Welcome to the City Show. Pat Amelia here, you concerned resident there. That's why we do this show, because you're concerned. Finished with the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope everybody's bird came out. Good. Pretty good weather. Good weather for Thanksgiving. It's getting a little cold now as we get into the Christmas season. My favorite time of the year. From Thanksgiving to Christmas Day, best time for me every year. Then there's that drag after you get out of Christmas, and New Year's doesn't do it for me either. It's like, you go through the dreads of winter until you can get into March. But it's one good month of holiday spirit. Everybody's got a smile, even with all the COVID crap that we're going through. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's like 3 vaccines coming out. We, the average Joes, won't get to see any of that till around the springtime. So we'll have to make sure we do what we've always been doing, keep ourselves safe, get ready for the holidays. Hopefully we'll have some conversations going about our Christmas contest. Hopefully we got all 3 cities again. You know, it's getting hard collecting money during COVID. Today, what we're going to talk about, Hudson County approved, well, the Freeholder Board gave the okay for renewal on the ICE contract. ICE is the agency that arrests illegal aliens, and the ICE has a contract with the county jail here in Hudson County. They have agreed to renew that. We'll give him the authorization. Mayor Fulop, I wish he'd call him Dr. Fulop, had a 4-part tweet concerning more information needed with these COVID vaccines, but he made one mistake. But it was a pretty common mistake anybody who is not a medical professional would make. The Jersey City Board of Education, the hits just keep on coming with them. They're either $1 million to $3 million in the hole with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and we're going to have some quick hits. One I was always involved in, the 6th Street embankment here in Jersey City. We'll get into that. You're watching The City Show. I'm Pat Amelia. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. I'm here. You're here. Let's do a show. All right. Hudson County Freeholder Board gave the okay last week to renew the ICE contract for up to 10 years. The vote was 6-3. You needed the 6 for passage. Now it's up to the county exec and the county of Hudson whether they want to go ahead and extend this for another 10 years. Let's do some bottom line stuff here. Bottom line, had Trump won the election, there's no way they were going to renew the ICE contract. Nobody will admit it, but I'm sure some word came from Washington saying, all right, Trump's out, Biden's the guy, let's get back to normal here. And, during the Obama administration, they did a lot of, I keep forgetting my timer. This is the same thing I do in the Tom Driver Show. They did a lot of deporting. So the county jail was jumping during the Obama administration. All those jails were jumping that had ICE contracts. I guarantee you, had Trump won, this contract would have been blown out of there. The vote would have went like 9-zip. I'm sure some word came from Washington. Now, as long as ICE is arresting illegal immigrants, they're going to need some jail space to put these people. You want to have something close to where they have connections, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's legal services, whatever the case is, it is far better to have these arrestees in the county jail instead of point south or west. Now listen, the feds, they don't care. They'll put you on the bus and send you to Arkansas. They'll put you on the bus and send you to Illinois. If you're locked up in West New York or New York City or Queens or wherever, and they send you to Kearney, your family, your friends, your attorneys, they can still come and see you. They can keep tabs on you. If you're in Arkansas or Illinois, that's not happening. No space in Kearney doesn't mean ICE stops locking people up. So it made sense for the freeholders, in my opinion, to approve this. You know, there's a lot of expenses to a jail, and the Fed money comes in handy. And if the people, the mindset, and there was like 6 hours of comments at the Zoom meeting. I don't think there was one person in favor of extending it. But they fail to look at the big picture of the Kearney jail and the immigrant detainees and the location and the medical services. Things changed tremendously over the last 3-4 years at the county jail. Having jail space is helpful for the detainees locally. Nobody spoke about that, but that's the truth. If you keep them in Kearney, they're still close to their circle. And there's benefits to the county and to the taxpayers. You know, like I said, and too, there were major improvements made in the county jail. It's not like it was 4 years ago. I don't think it was so bad 4 years ago, but they've made a lot of improvements. The Fed money that the county gets from this ICE contract offsets the county taxes. If they lose, right now they're saying the number's like $5 million a year. Well, $5 million is a lot of million. If the county has to make that up, it makes it up out of your wallet. Again, it's not as if they voted down the contract, ICE wasn't going to arrest people. They were still going to arrest people. They were just going to send them further away. Somebody else gets that money. That Fed money we get for housing ICE detainees goes to pay down the bonds. Yes, there's bonds on that jail. That jail isn't that old. It probably got a good 20 years left of bonds to go. Correction officers, if you lose those millions, there are layoffs. That happens. Really, it's a positive having the ICE detainees who are arrested locally around here brought to Kearney, because I'm telling you, there was no issue with the feds putting them on buses and sending them points south, points west. If you want to eliminate this situation in Kearney with the ICE detainees, then you change the immigration laws. These are the laws that are on the books in the United States as we speak. These are the laws, and everybody who is in elected office, who has a police badge, takes an oath to uphold the laws of our country. Our country is a country of laws, country of rules. And once we stop following them, chaos. Eliminate the problem with ICE. Biden and the administration, let them change the laws. Maybe you abolish ICE. I think that would be a big mistake, because everybody's looking at just certain detainees. There's a whole globe of people we have to be concerned about. You have to be concerned about who's coming into this country. You got to be concerned about what their past track record is, what kind of laws they may have broken, what their history is. You just can't have anybody coming into the country. I know everybody's like, oh, just let them in. That's not going to work. But the bottom line, the county jail, it helps the local detainees. It helps the county of Hudson. It holds down your taxes. And the bottom line to all this, change the immigration laws. Change the ICE laws. The Biden administration can do that now. Let's see what happens. But don't blame the freeholders for this, because really, in my opinion, the vote was right. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens, Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Most women who give birth recover without problems, but any woman can have complications after the birth of a baby. Learn the post-birth warning signs, such as fever, headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, increased bleeding, or thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else. Knowing these can save your life or the life of someone that you love. Trust your instincts. If you feel something is wrong, call and get evaluated by your healthcare provider. If your symptoms get worse or you do not hear back from your physician, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here, City Show, you there? Let's move on. My guy, the mayor of Jersey City, Stephen Fulop, Dr. Fulop, we could call him here, did a tweet over the weekend with his concern for more information on the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine. There's 3 manufacturers now, and this vaccine is in production right now. You know, they're figuring out who's going to get it first, when it's going to start. There's a good shot somewhere in the middle of December, people are going to start getting this vaccine. I would assume we would give it to people in the nursing homes, or first line, the police and medical staff. But you know, there's smarter people than me doing that. But we don't have a hell of a lot of information concerning the distribution and, in particular, the side effects of these vaccines. And these are a 2-shot vaccine. So if there is a difficult side effect to that first shot, there's a good chance nobody's coming for that second shot. And a lot of people, you know, I volunteered. I called Pfizer and say, hey, I'm ready to go. Give me the address, shoot me up. A lot of people, we've gone 8, 9 months now. I've been lucky I have not caught this, but you know, I'm wearing the mask, I'm wearing the gloves and all. Mayor Fulop had a 4-part tweet where he's asking the state and the powers that be to give him information that he can distribute to the people here of Jersey City. You may have just recently got some face masks from Mayor Fulop. Not the face mask I was thinking of. I thought I was going to get the city face mask. Hey, it's just run-of-the-mill face mask. He didn't. A guy like me, you think Fulop would have sent me the ones I requested. For that matter, I asked for these masks about 2 months ago with the city brand on it. He told him, bring me a box. Comes to the studio, does the shows, doesn't bring me a box of masks. Mayor Fulop made mention in his tweet concerning side effects, since the COVID vaccine would contain, in his mind and in mine, because most flu vaccines do contain an active virus. In the case of the COVID-19s, they don't. So Mayor Fulop was wrong. Wasn't like he was trying to mislead people. He made a very common mistake. I was on board with it too. I thought there was an active virus in there, but that's not the case. I am not a medical professional, neither is Mayor Fulop. But before we knock Mayor Fulop for this misstep with the COVID, everything else in his tweet was on the mark, except the makeup of the vaccination, or the vaccine, which would be a vaccination when you get it. Keep in mind, Mayor Fulop was in the forefront of all the precautions here in Jersey City and basically in the state. Many leaders in other municipalities, I'm pretty sure Governor Murphy also, followed Fulop's lead. What he was doing back in the beginning of March, everybody seemed to follow. So Fulop, he might be one of our leading experts on COVID-19 precautions. From the testing centers he put together, he was really out in front. So give him a break. But of course, since it was a tweet, the Twitterverse went Twitter. They went nuts. Oh my God, we need an apology. He has to delete that tweet immediately. I think there were calls for his resignation. All because he was under the impression the vaccine would have an active virus in it. It does not. But everything else, we had the tweet up there. I would go, if you're following Steve, and go look at that. That 4-part tweet was right on the money, except for the makeup of the vaccine itself. Keep in mind, nobody handled this better than Steve Fulop. So we can forgive him for making, it's amazing what happens with Twitter. One misstep, and I mean, it's like whoops. It's one of the problems we have You know, it's good that everybody participates and everybody's voice is heard, but sometimes you have too many voices to be heard. It's like having voices in your head, you know? It's like the freeholder meeting with the ICE contract. That went on and on because of the Zoom. You know, it's another thing when you get people that go to the actual meetings, but when somebody's just sitting in their living room waiting for their turn on a Zoom camera, that's not the same participation. And that's what happens with Twitter. You get to tweet, everybody's got to do some sort of reply or some sort of attack to the person that did the tweet. That's why, you know, I was a Twitter guy. Now we put the shows, we announce the shows are on there. I very, very, very seldom, outside of promoting our shows, do I put anything on Twitter, because it's really become a cesspool. And it was no more pointed to a cesspool. It was Steve, Mayor Fulop here, with his mistake with the makeup of the vaccine. They were vilifying this guy because he, like 99% of the public, what we know of flu vaccines, there's an active ingredient, an active virus in each of them. So he made a mistake, he lived up, he walked back the tweet, but every other part of that tweet, he was right on the money. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. City Show here. Pat O'Melia there. Let's move on. Actually, what we need is a vaccination, some vaccine for the Jersey City Board of Ed. Now, we had Mayor Fulop. You can catch it online, a meeting with the mayor. We do it once a month with him. And I'm pretty sure we touched base on the Board of Ed with the taxes. I don't know if it was this past show or the show before. He has got to step in. I realize he has very little power over the Jersey City Board of Education, but it was just announced they're in a hole, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, their medical carrier, for either 1.1 million or 3.3, depending on whose numbers you believe. I'm kind of going to believe Blue Cross Blue Shield. They didn't pay for their medical coverage for all the school teachers and Board of Education. Blue Cross Blue Shield threatened to terminate their coverage on the 25th of November. They right now carried that over as they try to figure out who's wrong here. I'm going to guarantee you it's the Jersey City Board of Education. Is there any financial sense that comes out of the Jersey City Board of Education? Because every one of these financial missteps, you're going to pay for. You, the people of Jersey City, the property owners of Jersey City, the renters of Jersey City. Because the property owner's taxes go up, he's going to raise the rent, or she's going to raise the rent. You're going to pay for this. So now we're looking at, $1 million or $3 million. I guarantee it's the $3 million. And it's something stupid that the stupid Jersey City Board of Education did. This is a dysfunctional group. Mayor Fuller should have stayed with his initiative to go to an appointed board to give him some pull with this, because they just dropped a $300 million budget gap for the 2021-22 school year. $300 million. That sounds like those lottery commercials. But you don't win. You got to come up with the $300 million out of your pocket, out of your savings. You're going to have to go to your tenants. We're trying to talk about affordable housing in Jersey City. How the F can we have affordable housing in Jersey City when the Jersey City Board of Education is running amok? $300 million budget gap. This on the heels of a 37% tax increase you just got. They're just digging into your pockets and taking everything you have. They are making no effing attempt to cut expenses. They actually raised the budget. 37% tax increase, plus they get a payroll tax. And they're still looking at a $300 million gap in the budget for next year. You're looking at that $300 million because you're going to pay it. So Mayor Fulop and the city council has got to sit down and say, listen, we really need some effing answers here. This just can't go on where you keep going to the people of Jersey City and ripping them off. And that's exactly what this is. It's the bleeding hearts of it. Oh, it's for the children. Yes, it's got like a $700 million budget. The children will be fine. Children and teachers, everybody else in the school system is up for review. Simple as that. We need a forensic accounting here, because this has just gone beyond sense. So there is no sensibility when it comes to Jersey City Board of Ed. 1% payroll tax on people who don't live in Jersey City. Yeah, you're going to pay for our school system. You don't live here, but yeah, I'm surprised that made it through the court. A 37% tax increase just last year. And now, guess what? $300 million gap. They're coming to you. Plus, they're going to come to you when they got to come up with the money. There's no attempt for them to rein in expenses. You know, Mayor Fulop and the city council is doing all they can to develop affordable housing, what he's doing down on the Hackensack River and the exclusionary zoning. Who are you kidding here? We're shooting ourselves in the feet. Yeah, well, affordable housing there, but we're going to jack up your taxes another 30 or 40%. You can't have affordable housing when the taxes are running amok. And there's three parts of your tax bill. There's the county, there's the municipality, the city of Jersey City, and the Jersey City Board of Education. But when people look at the bottom line, Mayor Fulop, it's the city that raised the taxes. No, the city is one part of three. Mayor Fulop and the city council just cannot sit there and say, oh, there's really nothing we can do. They're an independent board sanctioned by the state of New Jersey. F that. They're digging into our pockets. We elected Mayor Fulop to protect us. This guy's holding the line on the city budget, and the municipal and the school budget is going to run amok. Fulop has to take action here. We have to address this. We need to know how the money is being spent at the Jersey City Board of Education. Bottom line. I'm going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
PANEPINTO Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintoproperties.com. PANEPINTO Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are.
Quality care, no appointment necessary. The doctor is online when you download the Telemed app.
Don't you feel better already?
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back, City Show here. Pat O'Meara, you there? You were concerned. I almost dropped an F-bomb there, huh? Getting close. I don't think I ever cursed in all my years on radio and television. I don't think I've ever used the wrong word. Came close just then. It's insane what's going on with the Jersey City Board of Education. Quick hits. The 6th Street embankment. Going back, I've been involved with this thing. A friend of mine, Stephen Hyman, rest in peace, passed on about a year ago, purchased the 6th Street embankment, 6 blocks of this trolley spur, whatever you want to call it, railroad spur, downtown Jersey City. And from like day one, there were numerous attempts by many to buy it. But it went out to a final bid. You know, the usual suspects, they all put in bids on it. Steve Hyman won the auction. And from that point on, it was heartbreaking for him. Yeah, there were people, the city decided, whoa, we lost the bid. They wanted to get back in it. They wanted the property, but they didn't have the winning bid. You had neighborhood people who had no skin in the game, never put $1 into anything that had to do with the 6th Street embankment. Caused problems. My old friend Lou Manzo was an assemblyman. He came up with the way the Conrail didn't abandon the property right. There were lawsuits after lawsuits, some wins on both sides. There were tax liens, and they had to get the tax liens taken care of because of all the incompetence that brewed around the 6th Street embankment. There were times I was involved in this about doing a land swap for the 6th Street embankment when Mayor Healy was in office, trading some land in a different part of downtown Jersey to the 6th Street embankment. That didn't happen. And this went on from Glenn Cunningham to Healy to Stephen Fulop. It covered numerous administrations. Steve Hyman wanted to develop the property, and that's going to happen now. You'll have 2 of the embankments that'll have residential housing on it, and the rest will be parkland. Pretty much what Steve was going to do, and it's a shame he didn't get a chance to do it. What I hope will happen, now they value the land now at about $40 million. I don't know what Vicki Hyman, Steve Hyman's widow, is negotiating with to sell. I hope it's the $40 million. And I hope when they pay it to Vicki Hyman, it's in $100 bills, because that's what Steve always had, $100 bills on him. I wish he was alive today so he can see the conclusion, even though he wanted to develop it. But to see a $3 million investment in like 15 or so years turn into $40 million, I always said about Steve Hyman, he was the smartest guy in the room. For that matter, one of the shows we were talking about doing called Icons, we should do a little documentary on Steve Hyman. We're in the process of doing Glenn D. Cunningham. We were hoping to have that done for last year, but COVID-19 came. Hopefully we finish it this year. But I will definitely do something about Steve Hyman. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.